Hey guys, I'm Perry, a pro jungler in the NACL/Academy League. I played on Dignitas last year, and I have been maintaining Challenger for the last 3 years. Today we're going to be coaching a Gold 2 level game. It's going to be Viego, and we're really going to be focusing on the, these mindset things and, how to like carry games from a position where we're ahead. So game losing mistakes would mean that we're unable to carry even if we're really ahead. But as per usual, we're always going to go through the early game, look at parts of the mid game, but seriously, just nailing your early game will make your life so much easier as a jungler. So let's find a tap screen here, and let's begin the conversation. Where do you want to path this game and why?
One path bot because we have engaged in bot lane, and Shen can just E out if I try ganking top lane. So
Right, so Shen,
mostly,
um, he'll always dash away, right?
yeah, he'll dash away. Akashan will dash away too,
Right,
but bot lane, Swain doesn't have ability, so it'll guarantee me a kill and Prio.
right. So there's kill factor in the bot side, right? But what I'm really focused on, right? And it's people always get this wrong, and I think it's not a bad thing to think about, but I think that's the next step. Can you kill the enemy? What I'm thinking about is priority. So, as Ashe and Alistar, do you get priority into Kaisa and Swain?
No, they don't.
Right? So Kaisa and Swain are going to have priority, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask. If you were to 3v3 bot side, these guys all came to fight, and it's you three. Do you win?
No.
Right? So if their jungler is aware that, hey, my bot lane has prio, and she passed to it, and you were to fight a 3v3, you would lose the
Easily.
game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah. Yeah.
my cats are going crazy. All right, so that's the first thing you need to think about when pathing to lanes without prio. You end up putting yourself in worse positions. Does your mid lane have prio?
Mm, yes. Yes.
Xerath has prio into Action.
I mean, maybe because the Exotic can poke out Akashan, but Akashan can also poke out. I mean, isn't it like a skill matchup?
So Xerath, do you know what Xerath's abilities are? Like generally speaking, how long his
Yeah.
cooldowns are?
No. 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 No.
What was that?
The cooldown? No, I don't know the cooldown. No.
Yeah, okay, so generally speaking, in any mage, it's gonna be like 10 plus seconds, right? And Xerath's auto attacks obviously deal less than Action's. If Action wants this prio on the wave, he's going to get it. So you have a picture that looks like this, and Urgot obviously has prio, he's a ranged champ, Shen's not gonna get prio, right? So if their Vi is pathing down, and you're also pathing down, what's gonna happen is your bot side can get invaded easily. And then
Mm,
Akshan will come, join the Vi, and their Swain and their Kaisa can also come join the Vi. So your bot side is free for the enemy jungler,
yep.
right?
Mhm.
So, step one, always path to pry. Step two, check for lane volatility and winning 3v3 slash 2v2. Three, um, think about enemy jungler options. But most important thing, no matter what, is you always want to path to prio. And that doesn't mean I don't want you to help bot lane eventually, because like you said, Alistar is really easy to play with, and Swain has like no abilities to leave, and nor does Kaisa. So if Alistar's level 3, if Ashe is level 3, if the lane has like gone decently well, eventually what's going to happen is you can recall, have items, you'll spend 1,000 gold, then when you go bot lane, it's going to be even easier to kill these guys. Let me ask, after you recall, right? Now everyone's like level 4, you're level 4, they're maybe level 3, then you fight 3v3 bot. Do you think you can win?
If I had my items,
Yeah.
yes, I think yes, yes.
Yeah, I agree. I think your 3v3 bot lane, when your Alistar now is level 3, like they probably recalled as well, it's going to be easier for you to win. I'm not sure if it's 100% winning, but it's definitely better than the first 3 levels 3v3 bot side.
Yes.
Right, so that's why this game I would probably path top lane. And if even if there's nothing for me to get top lane, what I'm getting is a safe, natural game where I can clear top, recall, have a play into the bot side, and then clear top, and then recall. Really simple game. So keep your game simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay. So we're looking at a bot lane getting invaded. Our bot lane's getting invaded, and it looks like we're losing all of our sums. Right. So instantly now,
But is
bot is fucked. Right.
yeah, yep.
So it's 40 seconds in the game, and you have time to adjust your path. I never ever want to path to a lane that has no sums, especially unless it's the enemy team. If it's your team, it's not gonna look pretty, right? So even
Okay.
now in this position of the game, I'm like, okay, so if I path to a lane without Prio and they have no sums, of course we're never gonna win the fight. It's literally impossible.
Yep.
Okay, one small thing. I think taking ward is better for the first 15 minutes of the game. When the enemy support gets his ward support item, the upgrade, that's when I would switch to sweeper. Otherwise, keeping ward is
Okay.
generally better from my understanding of the game. Okay, let's look at some kiting, right? So right here, you're autoing and you're autoing. So what happens that the sequence is every 2 autos, the enemy camp should only be able to get 1 auto on you. So you should auto once, auto twice, and then walk away. And now, so you got 2 autos, you should walk away. And this animation that's about to happen, it's going to cancel, right? So like right here, if you walk really far away, it's gonna
It'll
cancel,
stop. Oh, okay.
right? So it won't hit you. So pretty much you're taking extra hits, extra hits right here. But generally speaking, you have the kiting down for the most part. Um, you brought the camp over. This is really nice. Just think about kiting your camp a little bit more, level 1, to save some HP. Okay,
Okay.
so here, a similar thing. It's just about kiting. You want to kill the wolf camp around here,
Here. Okay.
right? The same way you killed the blue buff earlier. You want to kill the wolf camp even further up. Like same thing with this camp. You want to kill it around here. Right, so you're doing a good job right now, but you can just do an even better job. It saves even more time. See, yeah, see, like this is perfect. I love this a lot, right? And then
Okay.
with this camp right here, you can do the same thing. So as Viego, you never want to pull the camp like this with your W. You always want to use your W on your camps to auto reset. So I would walk to it, I would Q, and then I would
You.
auto W auto.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That makes you clear even faster. And then here, obviously pull the camp even further out. Okay, so this is the timestamp I'm always looking at. 225, so 220 to 230. I wrote that wrong. So pretty much at this timestamp, always be checking. So we're gonna write this down as early game. Always be checking the mid wave and the lane you're pathing to wave. You're pathing to bot, and you're pathing, and then always mid wave. What's going on mid? What's going on bot? I don't know.
Mid.
I'm sure you don't know. I'm not looking. I can't tell. I can I can guess based off the pictures. Like Akshan obviously has Prio, and Spallin's like they also have Prio, right? Ash is in base, so I can guess. But what I really need to do is look at the wave, right? So you'll see me talking about this a lot, but every single part of the game, including the mid game, it's always collect information about the waves. The waves never change, right? Waves are always consistent and they never change no matter what game you play. Champions change, gold amount changes, the who's ahead changes, but waves, that's something you can look
Yeah.
for every single game. So to be consistent, looking at the waves is the easiest way you can transfer that to every single game, no matter what role you're playing, no matter what champion you're playing, no matter what you're doing as a jungler. So right now at this timestamp, you have a lot of time to cross, and you're also level 3, right? So at level 3, once you are done with the first 3 camps, you hit level 3, you can gank a lane. Okay? You can gank a lane. You're now level 3, you're at a decent point, like level 4 doesn't really change too much. But we have no
Yep.
information. This whole time, I want to see you even look once at a lane. There we go. But at this point, it's like really late.
Really.
This whole time you're walking, you have 5-10 seconds almost to just look at lanes and decide. So now let's take a quick look because you got some very quick information. Look at Kai'Sa's HP.
Just as low.
Exactly. And what do you think Kai'Sa and Swain need to do with this next wave?
They need to push it in.
100%, right? So if you bolted it to ball in right here, do you think you could get something?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think your Alistar needs to hit level 2, but I think he will hit it. He's been getting solo EXP, and even if you don't get anything too guaranteed, what's going to happen is let's say Vi shows up here. I don't think Vi will ever show up there, but let's say Vi does. What's going to happen is this Kai'Sa and Swain and almost all lower elos in solo queue, they're going to like be confused. They're not going to be sure if they need to crash this wave or not, they might start even shifting to you. No matter what, they won't make a good decision. The moment these guys are locked into clearing this wave, which you told me you're good at this. You're telling me what's correct. They need to clear this. The moment they see you here, if Vi shows you, they're going to like be scared pretty
You
much.
scared? Yep.
But I do not think Vi will be here. So if you path like this, it's a guaranteed flash, kill, and even if Kaisa lives, what's going to happen to the bot wave?
It won't be in a good
Yeah,
situation.
it's going to be frozen. And then you've successfully won bot lane their game pretty much. Right? So this whole time, in order to get to this answer, you need to be collecting information all the way back here. Right? But the best case for you is if you bolt it to ball lane right now. You could even run through Tribush. I wouldn't because I want to secure this. So what I would do is I would run like this because I mean, what I want to see you do, and I'll make it really clear, is if you walk like this, right on this line, if Akshan has this warded, it will spot you. If you walk like this ward will not spot you. It ends like right here. It's like so close, but if you hug the wall, it will not spot you. Right?
Oh,
And if Akshan warded here, obviously it'll spot you, but that's why you're in the entire game you want to be looking at where Akshan is like trying to ward. But the way I felt is Akshan only ever warded your Raptor camp. Right? Like in this position he warded your Raptor camp. So you want to hug this wall right here.
if I was thinking, yeah. Yep.
Cool. So now we're doing camps, and it's not the end of the world, and this is called Fog of War. So never ever show yourself. Right?
Yeah.
There's no need for you to eat the wall like this.
Either.
E there, E here. Don't. I show the perfect Viego clear. I'll link it afterwards. But you never want to use E on your Raptors. Your Qs and Ws and autos are enough, and that way you can have your E for the single target camp, which is red buff. That's the fastest way to clear on Viego. But this shows the Akshan spam pinging. I know where this guy is. Additionally, if this is warded, what do you think I want you to do?
Oh,
With this camp. You still want to clear this camp, yeah, but what do you think I
Yeah.
want you to do?
kite down.
Yeah, just bring it down. Like
Yeah,
you're
kite down.
standing on a ward here in my head, right? And you also eat, so it's even worse. But you just want to deny as much information as they can possibly get because not everyone in the game is focused on where the enemy jungler is. It's hard sometimes. Especially when you're playing lane, it's hard. But if you're standing on a ward for 10 seconds, they're going to see you. If you're standing on a ward for like 2 seconds, 1 second, it's very hard to catch that.
Yep.
Again, do not W like this. It's very bad for the Viego clear. And here, this whole time bot lane, right? There's a whole freaking bot fight. And look, imagine if you were there, GG.
Yeah.
Right? You've won bot lane of the game. And the only way we can do that, only way we can make good decisions, plans, is by collecting information. Waves, HP, sums. Right? So HP you collected, waves you gave me the right answer. Checking for sums is the last step. I'll start ping these beautifully. Swain has no flash. Kai'Sa has no heal. Really easy play bot side. Okay, now you clear your camp. Right, and here you're kiting again. You want to finish the camp down here.
Down here, yeah.
Right, for your next camp. Okay, now bot lane is like lost it, and this is something you could have changed. I'm not saying them getting so tilted at each other is like acceptable. I'm just saying this situation would have never happened if you made a better decision. Again, eating this wall, right? If this Tribush is warded, they'll spot you. Okay, and this crab. Okay. So if Vi is here, right, and Swain is staying, and Akshan moves, are you ever getting this crab?
No.
Right? What do you think I want you to do instead?
Recall?
At what point?
Right after I finish the Krugs.
100%. You don't know if this is your crab or not. Because if Vi's pathing up, then maybe. But even if Vi paths up, she can return to the bot crab. Right? And I realistically think Vi's going to path bot this game. So this crab is Vi's. Right? Akshan is Prio, your bot is stuck under a turret. Do not do this. This is how people lose games. It's the 330 crab. The 330 crab is meaningless. Play for tempo and map position. Now let me ask you. If Vi decided to do this crap and you instantly recalled, what happens to your game?
I can go to scuttle or reset the camps at Gromp.
Yeah, you can go here, you can go here, and the biggest thing you think about is now Vi is slower than you on the map, right? She's gonna take extra 10 seconds to clear this, extra, even more time to walk to it, and then she needs to recall as well, right? That whole time you've already recalled, you're already going top. She can never, ever go top
Actually,
lane, right?
yes.
Because she's stuck in the bot side, right? You can get this top grab. You could potentially get this camp if their jungler is trolling. But the most important thing is you're pathing bot, and let's say Vi's pathing bot. We're just gonna assume you being on this camp faster means that you'll go bot faster. If she's second to this camp, right, that means she'll be bot slower than you. So you have maybe a 10-second window to gank bot while Vi is still like over here. That makes sense,
Yeah, that makes sense.
right? So you're winning by getting tempo on the map and getting position on the map, right? That's why taking recalls like this are so important as long as you understand what it means for you in the game. So, okay, we already wrote about that. So here we get the crap, and again, actually, did we see Vi show somewhere? Let's see. So Vi showed at 20 CS somewhere. I wanted to check where she showed. Oh, Vi showed top right there. So Vi showed top there, 20 CS. She has 3 camps. So let me ask you, what did Vi do?
She cleared bot to top, and now she wants to scuttle, I assume.
Yeah, and then what camp has she not cleared?
I mean, Gromp is up right now, right?
No, what camp? Like right now, she's at
Krugs,
20.
Krugs.
Yeah,
She didn't
right.
take
So she hasn't
Krugs.
cleared Krugs. So again, so now she's pathing bot to top, right? And she fucked her game up. If
Yep.
you do this, you take a recall, you're gonna be so fast to bot lane that what you can also play for is after you clear these 2 camps, you might be able to invade him. You might be able to invade here, but most importantly, you can play for this dragon.
Yeah.
Right? But playing this recall, really beautiful. This is great. Wasted a bit of time here. Again, starting with W is worse. I want to see you bolt into this camp. And this entire time, what do you think I want you to be doing?
Like going to the Gromp as fast as I can.
Yeah, but what else?
W.
I want you to be collecting information.
Information, yeah.
What's
Where
going
the
on
waves
top
go.
wave? What's going on mid wave? What's going on bot wave? Right? Even if you don't have a for sure idea of what the waves are what's going to happen to the waves, you have plenty of resources to understand, and I'm gonna make my guide myself as well, so you can learn what waves what it means for wave. But you answered my question so quickly earlier with what Kaisa and Swain need to do that I think you understand waves better than most. But you're not collecting any information, so I couldn't even play this game. If I would put myself in your position right now and I didn't have the skill of checking waves, I would literally suffer. My skill level would drop like 3,000 LP. Like literally, I would go from challenger player to fucking diamond to fucking emerald. Like that's how important this skill is.
Okay.
So we're checking bot wave. So bot wave's gonna eventually push into there. That's good,
Yep.
right? And you check it for a very short amount of time. You should check it for even longer. This is good deafening, right? Your teammates are being stupid as hell. So that's really good. But mid wave, top wave, I want to be checking, and I want to really, really, really know what's going on bot wave. Because right now, if you look, Swain and Kaisa are playing really aggressive. So you want to see if there's trades going on, if you just want to get a better understanding of what's going on in the lane. And that all comes from just collecting information. Okay, you unmuted everyone. You should just keep everyone muted. Okay, this is a good alternative to just mute that guy. But pretty much what I don't like about this is you're spending a lot of time thinking about muting them or not.
Yeah.
Just mute them and just move on.
Okay.
Don't stress it too much, because now all this time you spent 30 seconds worrying about muting. That's all time you should be collecting information and making your plan. Okay. So what does Shen want to do here?
You need to press on the wave.
Yeah, and let's say Shen goes and pushes his wave. What's gonna happen?
He's gonna go recall.
Right after he pushes the wave. But let's say Shen just goes right now, and then you come. What's gonna happen?
He's gonna die.
Yeah, you'll kill him. right? You get his flash at the worst, but you'll probably kill him, right? But you've been pathing bot the whole game, correct?
Yep.
That to me makes this my weak side camp, right? And that makes this my strong side lane. So top is weak
Yeah.
side, bot is strong side. The only time I'm making a top play, on my weak side, is if this strong side turns into my weak side. But in this game, these guys are doing fine. They died once maybe, but they're doing fine. You could still
Mhm.
play for Dragon. You can still play for your camps. You still have options, right? So this top gank here is one, not necessary for this game, and two, your top laner is winning by himself, right? He doesn't need your help. Look if you check top conditions, look at the HP difference. Do you think Urgot needs you to like kill this guy?
No.
He doesn't, right? So even if I had no play bot and no play mid and no play on dragon, I would still farm my camps here, right? So
Okay.
this is over allocating resources on a lane that does not need your help, and you're answering literally perfectly, right? You know the situation of what's going on here, right? You
Yep.
know that hey, like if this guy walks up, he needs to crash his wave, but Urgot can stop him from crashing the wave by himself. I'm not needed here, right? So the best advice I can give here is play a natural game. Don't stress interacting. Don't stress making plays, and just relax. Don't over allocate resources in lanes, especially on weak side. Make sense?
Yeah. It makes sense.
Cool. So here, right? So another thing is okay. So Swain is Shen is gone. Shen left.
Yep.
Right? Clearing the sword reveals to
Reveals me
everyone
where I am.
where you are. You don't want that.
Yeah.
If I'm Vi, boom, boom, boom. Your bot side's gone, your bot side is gone, your bot lane's dead. If I'm Swain, if I'm Kaisa, I'm winning spot 2v2, I'm going crazy. If I'm Akshan, I'm going crazy. So I never want to clear the sword or show. That's why I do not like going sweeper. It actually baits people into making bad decisions like this. Like
Yeah.
that's like a cheat I don't really tell people, but like going sweeper confuses people. Going yellow trinket confuses people less. So it's all about minimizing the things that are confusing and keep things simple. Again, don't stress. Play relaxed. Minimize things that are confusing. Keep it simple. The game shouldn't feel stressful. The game shouldn't feel hard. Try to keep things easy for yourself. Okay, at this point, now exactly, we have to recall. We just got off map, we killed another Gromp, we had wolves, and now we have nothing to recall for, and our bot side is coming up. So, you're in a really sad situation here. Okay,
Okay.
and then their Vi is probably taking your camps as well. The Vi is really fucking this dive up, but it should not have gotten this pretty. Like, Vi really fucked this up. Um, but this is what I mean. Imagine you just cleared bot lane here as well, right?
Back down.
If these guys went for this play, like you would kill them. If they didn't
I
go
would
for
kill
this
them.
play, like you would still have a good position on. Like you would still be like okay in the game. You could argue that because you show top that these guys went for the spot dive, but like that's not a good argument because if these guys are half a human, A, the dive will go better, and B, they just know that it's better to play with this dragon than it is for the dive. Um, so realistically, like no matter what, being in the bot side will be better for you because you're clearing camps. So it's about the lanes, but it's also about you. You now went almost like a minute without clearing any camps, which is really bad for you. Okay, so we just got like a good amount of kills. I'm fucking happy. And what
Yep.
I want to focus, so you W the dragon here, so you have some understanding that hey, I want to get this dragon. You're super fed here, right? Once you recall, you get a lot of stats. You're really strong, right? But you need to recall. I do not like pulling this dragon here right away because you can't clear it too fast and your bot lane needs to recall. So I like what you do. I like you going to camps. But again, how am I gonna snowball the game? It's by getting dragons. Right? So I'm either thinking about how I can get this dragon or how I can get this herald. Right? So I do not want to see you invade here, when both objectives are up. Or this objective is about to be up super soon. Okay, we get this crab, right? And this is pretty scary to me. As long as you're aware that, hey, Akshan's line has full prio, and Swin's also moving, like, I'm super terrified here. But as long as you're, like, somewhat aware of that, I don't necessarily mind. Here, again, wave, dragon. I do not care about this. Doing this makes your game harder. This guy's gonna move.
Okay.
This Akshan's not showing. He's gonna move. If it kills you, GG. You just lost your 2-0 lead. You also haven't even recalled. So right now, if we click on Vi, she might actually be stronger than you. Let's see if we hold tab anytime soon. Alright, but all this is wasted time. You also, again, revealed yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And the moment I do see Vi here, if I am ever doing this, I want you to hold tab. I need to see what CS she has and what items she has. Most importantly, items. I care less about CS. You can tell jungle tracking a lot by items. Items tell you a lot. Okay, here, Akshan show top, and now we're finally doing the dragon. This is good. Okay, so we messed the smite up. What I want you to think about here is not this dragon, but the fight. Right? So what's happening is your teammates decide that they want to play for the fight, but most importantly, this dragon should be used as a tool to pull the enemies into a bad position for a fight. If they are contesting the dragon, what's gonna happen is they're gonna come in and look at the position. You have Akshan coming from here, you have Vi coming from here, you have Swain coming from here, and you guys are in a group position. This is a high level concept, but what's gonna happen is when Swain and Kaisa walk in like this, their Vi is not with them and their Akshan's not with them. So 2k HP, and look at the position these guys are in. They're trapped. They're gonna get pincered. The Ashe is in a good position too. So if you get off the camp here, walk with Alistar, you will kill them all, and then come back to the dragon. So you should not get blinded by the dragon, unless this is HP right now is already at this, and you don't see Vi here. But it's 2000 HP. It's gonna take you a while to kill this. Maybe you have like Kaisa or like you have Renata. They're really fast at doing the dragon. So at this HP, maybe it's possible. But even then, it's better fundamentally to play for this fight first, if the enemy team is fighting you. If they're not fighting you, then yeah, just finish the dragon. But you can't finish the dragon if they're playing for the fight. Right? If you held your W, you held your E, you held your Q, which I would, by the way, especially my E. When I'm not sure, especially if Swain is checked, like especially if I don't know if they're gonna fight her or not, I wouldn't use my E this fast, even your W. I would just use my autos and my Qs. Okay? Because those are just really important abilities. Okay, and at this point right here, your W is about to be up, and look at what's if you're just hovering here, when this guy does this, you flash W combo with the Alistar and you win the game here.
Yeah.
Right, but now you're in a smite fight. Right? It's not even like I could play this position better. It's like, it's still just a smite fight. I've lost many smite fights, I've won many of them. It's a 50-50. So now instead of you winning the game by like killing these guys, now you're smite fighting this, and now if you go and fight, he'll get the dragon, and even if you win the fight, he gets the dragon. If you kept the HP at 2k, even this, and then you play for the fight, then you can come back and smite fight, and then the fight's already won. And then let's say Vi does do this, and you won the fight, and she gets the dragon. You know, the worst case, she gets the dragon. Now, for the next dragon, for the next herald, for the next dive, for the next freaking 5-10 minutes, you're going to be up a lot of gold, even if they got this dragon. But the most important thing is, as they walk in, you need to abuse their position. Okay, so now we lose the dragon, and we lose the fight. Right, it seems like we got a little upset that we missed the smite. And, I mean, the moment I see this, you're not winning. Right, the moment you see this, you're not winning. The moment you see this, you're not winning. So just ult away and live. If you live here, the game is a little bit more salvageable. But the fact that you start fighting with your W and everything is like, yeah, the game's gonna be hard. Okay, Ashe is dead too. And now you lost the 50-50 smite fight, and you lost the fight. Even more of a disaster. Right, and even if Shen ulted, on the Swain right here, it's a 4v2, and then with Shen shield, with Shen R. So you're still gonna win this fight. And you're playing Viego as well, so you're gonna transform into someone and then GG. Okay. But your biggest mistakes so far have been not collecting information, not what was it? Not pathing the right way, not playing for objectives, and not playing the objective fight properly. So what I mean by not playing for objectives is this point right here where you like go show top, right? Because dragon is Herald's not up yet, and the only objective to play for is dragon, and you're in the top side and you're showing. So these are the most important things in the early game. And past this point, it's still some of the early game, but now the game is like getting towards the mid game. So this is where like I said like you've kind of done okay in the jungle, not really. You got your 2 kills for free because the enemy team was inting, so you haven't really done much as jungle here, right? Kraken
Yep.
is better in my opinion. Just a stock center Kraken is good. On Viego, I always go Kraken. Otherwise, I'm going like a tank Viego build. Okay, so here, Herald's up, right? And we are pathing towards top. This is fine. Shen ulted bot, right? So that means that Urgot should be advancing into Shen. So because you lost bot and your mid also, I mean, he's losing mid wave. The only teammate you can play with is Urgot, so I like you pathing top here. But now it's time to make the next assessment. Who is your strongest teammate, and who can you make plans with? So now it's on you to decide. Hold tab. Let's see if you hold tab. Who is strongest on your team, and who can you play with? So right now, tell me who you do not want to play with.
I don't want to play with bot. Maybe I could play with mid, but most likely I want to play with top. Urgot.
Yeah.
Because he's doing pretty good.
Yeah. He's like even like he could be probably doing better, yeah, but he's like either mid or top are going to be your best friends. And ideally, like this Alistar, you can ping him. He'll just leave the bot side and he'll come help you. But most important thing here is like I never want to see you interact with this Ashe ever. This guy's not your friend. He's an enemy. He's an enemy on your team. But let's see what goes on from here. So yeah, see like now we are going into the bot side and we're wasting even more time. And we're helping the wrong lane, right? So now we like this whole time, we could be pathing towards top. We could be going towards the Herald. We could be, clearing up here and getting ourselves in a better position. But now instead of doing anything, we're playing with the wrong teammate. Last thing is what's going on with this wave, bot wave.
It's pushed in now. The Kai'Sa pushed in the wave.
Yeah. So what's going on with this one right here?
It's gonna slow push.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like most likely it's gonna slow push.
Yeah.
Ashe could probably freeze this, but she's already hitting this, so she's gonna slow push it. You're not playing on this wave. You're playing on the next wave coming from that base right here. Every wave spawns at 35 or 0.5. Right? So let's look at your base real quick. No wave, no wave, no wave, 35. Boom, a wave spawns. Right? So that's the wave I'm thinking about every single time I'm playing. And again, just focusing on waves, focusing on objectives, because they never, ever, ever change. Every single game, it stays the same. There's always going to be a dragon. There's always going to be a herald. There's always going to be waves. So this game, I want to see you playing for Herald. Now that bot lane is going too well. Plus, you're actually not that weak. You're decently strong. You have 2 kills and some decent CS. So if you play with one of your strong teammates, which is Urgot or Xerath, you would be in a better position this game. Now we have even more wasted time. Okay, what does Akshan want to do here? What is he playing for?
He's trying to push in the wave, get one tower plant, and leave.
Yeah, but he's trying to push the wave, right? So what I want to see you here is I want to see you be patient. Okay, so he had a ward here.
Yeah.
He had a ward here, right? So what I would do is if I'm really, really, really aware that like you said, he wants to play for a wave and he wants to play for a plate, is walk like this. And even if this is warded, right, what's going to happen is he has not as much time to see because like the ward goes like this. And like, let's say he puts it even further up, like all the way up here, like it sees it even less, right? I mean, it'll see you, but it sees even less. So you can make it really, really quick by doing this. And you know this guy wants to play for this wave, so he might like use his E, he might use his Q, he might get out of mana. But pretty much it puts you in a better position because you're hugging this wall over here, and I should be putting this in full screen. You're hugging this wall above here, so it's like easier for you to play. But pretty much ease away, and that's fine. You could have actually killed this guy if you hugged this wall,
Yeah.
right? Because you know where he's gonna run is this way, so you want to be as close to where he's running as possible. You never want to walk into a lane like this, unless you're playing defensively, but you're playing to kill this guy. So your position is really, really bad here. Right, so what I would be clicking this whole time is right here. That's where my clicks are going, and I'm hugging this wall the entire time. Okay, so now we've effectively done literally nothing in the last, minute. 8:30, we're done with the camp, and now it's, 9:07, and we got nothing done. So probably this game, I would say, 30 seconds here. Actually, that's like 45. Another 30 here. That means like a minute and almost like a minute and a half probably this game of just pure wasted time. And then your camp efficiency probably another 30 seconds. So 2 minutes of this game have been lost by decisions and some clear efficiency, right? But think about it. It's only 9 minutes in the game. 2 minutes. That means you were like effectively off the map, effectively killed yourself for 2 minutes. So how do you not waste time? And it's very simple. You keep things simple. You play a natural game. Just full clear. Then reset. If there's nothing to do. So even if after red buff you saw, your Krugs are coming up,
Yep.
you go sit on your Krugs, you clear Krugs, you clear Raptors, you clear Wolves, you clear Blue, you clear Gromp, you recall. Get your next item.
Okay.
That's less wasted time than whatever the hell you did. You trying to kill bot lane, then you try to kill mid lane, then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do camps now. Instead, if you just cleared all your camps and then recalled after, or you cleared all the camps and then made a play after, you have like almost zero wasted time. So the key is always make it to your respawn camps and just relax and clear camps. Like it's fine to clear camps. You would almost be level 8 in this game if you full cleared and you didn't waste like 2 minutes. Okay, let's see what goes on here. So Vi is not shown yet. Urgot has Prio and Xerath has Prio. So after Xerath hits first item or lost chapter, Xerath can always pelt waves onto the wave. So at the start of the game, it looked like this, Prio, but now it's looking like this, right? So you should be aware that, hey, most mages will have Prio once they get like 1 to 2 like core items. Urgot has Prio the whole game, and bot lane, because obviously it's been going really bad, has no Prio. So you should be doing two things here. One, identify which wave you want to play on, and two, ping your teammates. So identify which wave you want to play on. Right, so let's look. So with Vi shows here, so this is good for me to know. So you're either pulling Herald on this wave that they're crashing right now,
Yep.
or the next wave. Let's look at what you do. Right, the wave in mid or top is not even in the lane just yet. It's not even in the middle of the lane just yet. So pulling this objective doesn't make sense. Right? Let's say Vi is level 6 and she comes like this, and Zera's trying to play for the wave. What's gonna happen?
He's gonna die.
Yeah, he's just gonna die. What if you're there?
You won't die. We'll probably get like a kill.
Yeah, you probably kill him, right? You probably destroy him. So if you hover mid on this wave, make sure Xerath crashes it, ping him to come move to you. That's a simple stock standard way of how to play for an objective on waves. Alternatively, what you can do is just not pull it on this wave right now. You can pull it on the next wave. But I would want to get this Herald off the map as fast as possible because it's just good. It's just good to get objectives as fast as you can. So if you can, you should pretty much. But farming your camps is also fine here. So what I would do is like Xerath is getting kind of pressured here. I want him to be able to step up as far as he can and feel safe. Like he wouldn't even need to use this ward if I was on the wave with him. He probably doesn't die here, but this whole time we don't have our mid laner involved. If Akshan moves now, Xerath cannot follow The only thing Xerath can provide for you is his ultimate, and you're lucky Xerath has a global ult. But if Vi wants to fight you here, Shen wants to fight you here, and Akshan wants to fight you here, now you're fighting 2v3 with only Xerath ult to help you. So match your objective pools 2 waves. Okay, more wasted time. Yippee. Like, go clear, go recall, go play for your mythic. Your first item. Right? What's going on here? There's nothing to do. Right? Let's say we're playing to stop the Shen from crashing. Then time it. Look. Look at the timing. Shen's not even stepped up to clear the wave yet. You want to watch the wave when this minion is like this HP, Shen's gonna walk up and kill the minion. Right, so even if you want to make this play, I better see you watch what Shen's playing for. Look at like in your eye, in your head, like what is Shen looking at right now? He's trying to clear this wave, right? And then he's gonna look at these minions when it's really low. He's gonna try and last hit it. While he's last hitting it, if you show up, like he's not gonna be watching the map while he's last hitting. It's just really hard to do that. So if you are playing for this, make sure you watch what Shen's playing for. And the other thing is, don't show. What if this wasn't warded? You don't know that. Right, for all I know, this channel is actually about to walk this way. I actually like don't know what the chat is clicking here. Right, look, I don't know if you actually fully knew if this push was warded. I think he was going for a ward. We really just don't know, but pretty much don't show.
Okay.
Just wait a few more seconds if you're doing this.
Okay.
But to perfect this, if you really want to make this perfect, and you want to play for this top gank without thinking about Vi, just walk like this. They literally won't be able to see you, right? Go try bush and go around.
Okay.
Right? If you really want to get this guy for some reason, at least play fog better. Because if this is warded, what you're doing obviously makes no sense. But if you walk this way, he will never see you. Okay, more wasted time. And then now there's a top fight, and an Urgot pretty much almost is going to 1v2 here. This is good. Okay, so here we use our E really early to get to the fight. That's fine. Okay, we threw ability out a little fast. Okay, not the end of the world. You have a stopwatch. Cool. Yeah. So W missed very bad, right? After you get hit by this, you get comboed here. Ulting, full HP, not great. So pretty much what I want you to value here is the question. Does Viego want to go in first or second?
Second.
Yeah. So if you land this W, I'm still walking away. If you miss this W, I'm still walking away. You're going to use your W, auto Q, walk away. And you can maybe bait him, dance here a little bit, but you're always going to be using your flash, your ult, your stopwatch to reposition or to get away. Because, well, you're playing Viego, you're super squishy, you go in second, like you know, right? So you being this far up in the middle of both of these guys is just too aggressive. Right, so I'm not even focused on the fact that Akshan obviously is first because he beats the Xerath as well. What I'm focused on is you're not playing your champion to how you just told me you wanted to play it. You don't want to go in first. So land this stuff, you land it or not, then you're walking away. Walk to this guy. Instead of walking into them, you're walking forward, you're clicking into them. Holding a defensive position is better than holding an aggressive position. So let's write that. When fighting, holding a defensive position is 10 times better than being... What's gonna happen is if you miss your W, you land it or whatever, and then you start walking away. It's like playing chess, taking a piece, and then running away and going back to your defensive formation. It is really frustrating to play against that. Like, extremely frustrating. The Shen will E into you and put himself in a bad position. The Vi will Q into you and put herself in a bad position. If you're in a too aggressive of a position, it doesn't matter if they use any of their abilities on you. They're going to be winning for that matter. But if you always play defensively, the enemies will get bored and the enemies will do irrational things. But this fight here is pretty much game losing as well. But now we have Mythic at the very least, and we have Herald. So again, the next person to play with is gonna be Urgot still. So clear bot to top. More wasted time, right? What does Swain and Kaiser want to do here?
They want to push. They want to cross the wave.
Yeah, are they done with the wave?
No, they're not.
Are they?
No, okay, yeah, they are. They are.
They are, right? Yeah, this is like they can even
Then
leave now, bro. They don't need to get all the gold here. This is like 14, 14, 14. That's like barely any gold. It's like 42 gold, right? It's like
yeah,
nothing. Like they can just walk away. So this ping here is just like telling me like you're not looking at the wave. You're not understanding what these guys need to do. These guys do not need to walk forward until the next wave. And what that means is if you played for this camp and looked at the next wave, it would time perfectly. Alternatively, you're at a perfect position right now to play on this wave. If you finish this ASAP and then run, you can play on it. But the most important thing is not the wave, it's who we're playing for. Right? We're playing for the fucking 0-3 Ash. Very bad. Right?
Yep.
Go drop Herald top, get a turret, get plates. Go kill the Shen maybe once or twice. Go play with your Xerath who's doing decently. Not with this Asher. Alright, so the mid game will probably be a little more repetitive. Like that's probably what sorry, the early game. We're gonna keep hitting points like this, and we don't have much time left. So what I want to look at is the mid to late game. So now, so you identify this correctly, like they're really low, and you can do this dragon. This is really good. Don't even deal with the fight. That's fine. This is nice. So next objective coming up is Herald. So I want to figure out how to play for this Herald. But pretty much the next thing to identify is, as per usual, is who's your strongest teammate and who can you make your plans with. And again, you're playing to your Ashe, who's 0-4-4. Not very strong, so play with someone else. Your Xerath is doing decently. You could play with him too. You're taking enemy bot camps. But what I would do is just clear naturally. Right? Because playing with Urgot, and because by doing this, I can lose this, and I don't want to play the map like this right now. I want to just have a natural game and not stress invading or anything like that. Okay? The only time I'd invade like this is if after I do these camps, I can dive the Kaisa. But no one's thinking about the dive here, and not especially not on gold. So don't invade here. Right, and then it puts you in really bad positions like this. Right, here comes Vi, here comes like the really weak Ashe and the really fed Kaisa. Like this fight is not gonna go too well. Right. So this whole time, like all this could be avoided if we just play a normal game. Clear to top, and you're actually doing really, really well in this game. Good CSs, you have decent kills. Like you're gonna be really, really strong, and your Xerath and your God are like they're pretty much they're just like what the fuck is happening? Because they're strong, they want to be applied towards. Your Urgot actually is actually I thought he was stronger, but he's doing pretty good. Your mid's doing pretty good. Like they want you to play around them, and you're playing to your Ashe who's 0-4. Okay. Get this kill, sure. I don't think Ashe needed your help with this kill, but it's okay. Okay, so they start inting, right? So they start inting a little bit, and you get some gold back, and now you're even stronger in this game, right? So the same thing stays true. You want to play with your teammates who are strong. Urgot is, has bounty, has good item. Xerath is even stronger. So every single fight should be around these two characters, right? So this whole time, look at your position and look at what Urgot and Xerath are doing. Right? What's the point of doing the scamp right here?
for level 11. I mean,
Yeah, you're not hitting it from this one camp. And even if you did hit it, right? Your teammates are trying to play the game right now. So again, I'm gonna use a chess reference. It's like your bishop and your like rook and your knight. Like all these guys are like advancing, and they're making space. They're progressing in the game. They're winning, and you're the queen or whatever, like the strongest piece, and you just do it like you're just doing nothing. You're not helping anyone. You're just standing in your base, doing literally zero. You need to go join your teammates, especially the teammates who are strong, and help them. And if you think that's a really, really bad decision, then ping them. So if you need level 11 for this fight, you don't. But if you need it, you need to spam ping these guys and tell them to not play like this. But let's say they get jumped on right now. If Vi ults and like Vi ults the Xerath and Alistar's in base and you're here, like they could die here, right? So you need to either ping them or be with them. But I would be with them because they're my strongest teammates. That's the only way I'm actually going to realistically win this game, is if I'm with my strong teammates. This whole time, if you were with this Urgot killing this Kai'Sa, I mean, it would be like game over. Same thing if you were hitting the Swain with your Xerath, it would be game over. Okay, this is some fighting stuff. Okay, again. Okay, you just got kind of combo womboed. Nice. Okay, well played. W. Okay, that's fine. Nice. So now we okay, nice. We literally wiped them all. Well played. All that was like I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about that, but that was good. Good. Okay, we see some fight going on here. Okay, so let's count. Who's showing on the map right now? On the enemy team.
Kai'Sa, Vi, Swain, and Akasha.
Yeah, they all are, right? Pretty much they all are. And even if you didn't know from like right in that exact moment, you see everyone like now. Action's bot, Shen's mid, Swain just showed right there, right? So everyone's shown on the map, right? Do you win 1v1 against Kai'Sa right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just run at this guy. This guy's fucking dead. So I don't know why you're playing like you're running away like this, right? If you're ever gonna walk up like this for a reason, then you better like make it worth it. Lastly, what is Kai'Sa trying to do?
Pushing this wave.
Yeah, so what do you think Kai'Sa's gonna hyper focus on?
The cannon wave.
Yeah, the cannon. When the cannon's like less than half, that's when you go. Kai'Sa's gonna be like overstepped, and then you'll kill her. But pretty much the most important thing is like 2 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and you win this 1v1. So go 1v1. Okay, you're going in first. So if I were to give you okay, this is like advanced really advanced things to worry about. Normally I don't care about team fighting. Um but if I were to give you a Viego tip, it's you know how to play Viego and you know you should go in second. So never ever start fights like this. Save your W. Never do this. And learn how to play where you're going second every single game.
Okay.
So that means if Vi is ulting in on you, if Vi is ulting in on him, or if this guy's going in first, that's fine because then you're going second. But you're never starting the fight like this. Especially like this, that's how you learn fighting on Viego. On any champ you want to learn, that's how you need to learn. Okay, but this fight should have gone a lot better if you were not going in first. Especially because you are the carry, right? You have all the gold as well. So even if I was playing, I don't know, Diana or Hecarim here, I still wouldn't want to go in first. Because if you die, then you are leaving your team to carry the fight, which you should never want to do. You should always want to be the last one standing in a fight. If your entire team dies and the entire enemy team dies and you live, then you've won the fight. Obviously, you want more of your team to live, but you should always want to live for yourself. Okay, and the next thing is make him Baron. Yeah, so after 1930, if you ever die once, they will get Baron. Do not die. Right, so this should be your hyper focus. These two things. Same applies to enemy. Right? And again, the thing we talked about Dragon, the pulling the Baron like let's say you kill the jungler, pulling the Baron should be used as a tool to split them up and make it really easy for you to kill them. All right. Any questions before we go on?
Nope.
Cool. So what I want you to do is I want you to give me a little recap. Just give me like the three most important things like the three most important takeaways from this session.
I need to start looking at wave management.
Uh-huh.
I need to time like the waves will, whether when to gank or not. So
Uh-huh.
like if they need to push it in, I need to gank and then go in second, not going in first.
Yeah, that's perfect. If you take away those three things alone and you like focus on these things, then I think you will see improvement. And we talked about it, but make sure you're playing one champ. Like going in second doesn't work on some champs. For example,
Yeah,
like
yeah, I know.
Vi, you always want to go in first, right?
Sure.
So if you're playing different champions, it's going to be harder to learn. That's why learning from one champion is the best. Um, and one of the most important things is path to Prio. It's so simple. It'll make
Yep.
your game so much better. If you path to Prio, you will find that games feel easier. And yeah, otherwise, if you have no other questions, that's all I have. So
Yep, that's all.
cool. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If you guys are interested in more educational content, um, make sure to check out the comments below. I'm gonna pull up the jungle cheat sheet real quick just to show you guys the cool work in progress we've been going at with this. We got some nice graphics going on now. There will be more graphics completed soon. Make sure to check this out in the comments below. It has so much information. Literally almost everything we talked about in this session is kind of here. Obviously, we went in detail here, but make sure, yeah, you guys, check the comments for more. Thanks for watching, everyone, and peace, peace.